What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Ajani. I got nothing to say you. All I do got my opinion. So this topic that we're going to be talking about, or the video that we're going to be reacting to, is actually one of those videos that actually play a huge role as to me starting to learn a little bit more about my roots, a little bit more about my African history, right? So today we're going to be taking a look at the Patrice Lumumba story.
The images of Patrice Lumumba caught on film following his arrest are nothing short of haunting. The savage beatings, humiliation, and being forced to eat a piece of paper upon which he supposedly wrote the country's Independence Day speech. All these are a contrast of what stands today in Kinshasa, a cast bronze statue of the DRC's first Prime Minister, proudly looking over the capital, one of his hands raised as if in greeting or bidding farewell.
One of the haunting things about his story is the fact that a lot of people, a lot of individuals, a lot of Africans absolutely do not know anything about this guy. A lot of let me say this. A lot of people know of him, but yet again, too many people do not know much about him. Okay, and even me, I did not know who he was until a couple like I think like last year. That's when I actually started looking into it. The fact that we have so many heroes that has been forgotten solely because Africans, or solely because of the fact that a lot of us don't tend to look into our history, right? A lot of us have been told, oh, forget about the history, that's just the past, right? It doesn't matter, that's just the past. Now you're living in the future. A lot of us have that mentality. A lot of us don't even try to look back in history and actually figure out where we're from or what happened to our ancestors. A lot of people don't do that, you know? I think a lot of Africans should start doing that. The more we start doing that, that's when Africa is actually going to prosper, because we're going to start seeing who we are as people. We're going to start to see what has been done to us and how we can improve. Get what I mean?
That Patrice Lumumba was killed by a sort of unholy alliance between the CIA, the MI6, the Belgian government, and well-paid local actors is no news. What is intriguing is the twisted poetic justice the killers wanted to achieve when they forced him to, well, eat his words. What really was said in that Independence Day speech that made Lumumba a marked man? What triggered the powers that be to carry out what has been widely termed as the most important assassination of the 20th century? 64 years ago today, the official Independence Day ceremony marking the end of Belgian rule, the then King Baudouin of Belgium spoke first and patronizingly said that the independence was a result of the genius of his ancestor, King Leopold II.
King Leopold II, like, the fact that some people, like, he's a terrible individual. He's a terrible individual. The fact that some people, like, when it comes to the top most hated people, we already know one of the people that they put in the front. Well, you guys know who I'm talking about, the guy with the mustache. I cannot say his name because YouTube might nuke him. Like, they might put him as the number one, the most evil individual in the world. Forgetting about this dude killing so many Congolese. You know what I mean? The reason why the guy with the mustache might be put in the top, the first when it comes to the most evil people in the world, is that because what he did it to people of not my pigment. You get what I mean? Like, some of us might try to play it off as if that's not what it is, but that's what it is. Like, some people might not even know about this dude, this evil guy. Crazy.
That's the man who brutally ruled the Congo as his personal property, torturing and killing over 10 million Congolese in the process. Well, King Baudouin arrogantly explained that the Congolese should be thankful to the Belgians who brought them civilization, and that they should not replace Belgian institutions. The king's speech was followed by a bland, uninspiring address by the newly elected Congolese president, Joseph Kasavubu. Then came Prime Minister Lumumba's turn, and was it thunderous?
Car cette indépendance du Congo, si elle est proclamée aujourd'hui dans l'entente avec la Belgique, pays ami avec qui nous traitons d'égal à égal, ni les Congolais dignes de ce nom, ne pourra jamais oublier cependant que c'est par la lutte qu'il a été conquise.
He rebuked the condescending Belgian king right to his face.
Ce qui fit notre sort à 80 ans de régime colonialiste. Nos blessures sont trop fraîches et trop douloureuses encore pour que nous puissions les chasser de notre mémoire. Car nous avons connu le travail harassant, exigé en échange des salaires qui ne nous permettaient ni de manger à notre faim, ni de nous vêtir ou nous loger décemment, ni d'élever nos enfants comme des êtres chers. Nous avons connu les ironies, les insultes, les coups que nous devions subir matin, midi et soir, parce que nous étions des nègres.
He also called for the wealth of the Congo to be used to develop the country and for it to be the rallying call for all of Africa.
So, like, while making this video, there's a loss in translation, of course. There's a language barrier. But now, looking at the translation and hearing his voice, standing up for what he believes in, standing up for his people, it's just sad. Everything he said was 100% true. He did not make a single lie. But these people were scared of the truth. Thus, as to why they wanted to check him out. And the crazy thing is, whenever it comes to them checking out, like just nuking some of our people, there's always going to be a brother or sister over there that actually help them out. You get what I mean? There's always a brother and sister that actually help them out. Brother and sister, I'm talking about black people that actually help those individuals take advantage of their own people. You know what I mean? Every single thing he said was 100% true. And till this day, I still believe that his words are not being heard enough. Because there is no way as to why Africans should not come together, knowing damn well we have people like Lumumba, we got people like Baibure. If you guys don't know who Baibure was a king in Sierra Leone, a warrior basically. He fought against the British.
Ensemble, mes frères, mes sœurs, nous allons commencer une nouvelle lutte, une lutte sublime qui va mener notre pays à la paix, à la prospérité et à la grandeur. Nous allons établir ensemble la justice sociale et assurer que chacun reçoive la juste rémunération de son travail. Nous allons montrer au monde ce que peut faire l'homme noir quand il travaille dans la liberté. Et nous allons faire du Congo le centre de rayonnement de l'Afrique tout entière.
The eloquent address was met with a standing ovation, but as expected, it did not go down well with the king, the assembled Belgians, nor other Western observers. The US and the UK were particularly stunned because an African had never dared to speak truth to power. Just 6 months later, he was imprisoned and executed by a firing squad. His body was later dismembered and dissolved in sulfuric acid, save for a tooth. Today, the speech forms an important part of Congolese popular memory. But since its delivery, it has been widely reprinted and depicted in paintings and film. Few speeches have marked Africa's history as the one made by Patrice Lumumba.